Hey Fringers, Mallo here, and I wanted to take a moment to thank our sponsors for this episode. The first is our friends at Norse Foundry, who are getting ready for their Neon Punk Kickstarter, which starts April 8th. Norse Foundry are creators of amazing bespoke dice, and they're creating their first cyberpunk themed line of dice and accessories to put out to the masses. These amazing metal dice will come in an array of colors and themes to match your neon-colored hair when you're running the Fringe in 2099. So check out their Kickstarter and all their amazing dice and accessories at norsefoundry.com. I also want to thank our friends at Hexwood Forge, who make tabletop accessories, gifts, and spell templates for your cyberpunk and fantasy needs. We here at the show appreciate their Risers line because they allow us to see the Robs and other planes and hover bikes flying through the city when we're playing IRL. You can check out everything they have to offer at hexwoodforge.com. And finally, check out Morax Dice for all your hand-poured resin dice needs. They've been a sponsor of the show for a while, and I can tell you that more than a few good rolls from tonight's show were done with their dice. Check them out online and on Instagram. Just search Morax Dice. And now, let's get on with the show.
Hello, Fringers. The following podcast may not be suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Look alive, Fringers.
It's 2099 and we are live and loud in the underground. From the streets to the scar. Keep your chip hidden, your gun loaded, and never trade your soul for souls.
Turn it up and let them know.
Big Brother is watching. Time to put on a show.
Last time on Neon Trails. The crew arrived in the Pheonix Fringe and negotiated with some street urchins to watch the Winnebago. They explored the Fringe, finding various levels of society built from discarded and scavenged corporate waste, discussing the various impacts of corporations and metroplexes on the average person. After making their way deeper into the Fringe and finding a shopping center full of vendors and merchants, Sam led them to a shop owned by an old friend, Hades. The local proprietor, Vince, had intel on the fixers that worked with the crew's targets and offered it up in exchange for a small delivery run. The crew accepted the job, driving Vince's truck and a mysterious shipment over to a bar called the Kingslayer. Once on the road, the crew was boxed in by unknown assailants and a rover. And that is immediately where we are going to pick up today. If we remember from a while back, there were 6 assailants drawing down on the truck that Bee was driving. She had taken action to attempt to grapple a few of them with the truck and successfully pinned them against one of the other trucks for now. As everyone was gearing up for a fight, Mox and Dog, who had been escorting the box truck on rent-a-scooters, I believe they were...
Pear. I think it was pear, wasn't it?
Weren't they croissants? Or was it...
They were croissants.
It was a bread pun. It was something bread related.
Yeah, I think it was croissant. You're right.
It was something bread related. Mox noticed that one of the trucks that swerved in and blocked their path behind them was lurching on its wheels a little bit as a large, squat, heavily armed rover was exiting. So we're going to kick off with the initiative that we rolled with Mox. What would you like to do?
Okay, I know we're doing Theater of the Mind like we always do. Can you let me know, like, the general, like, range of people around me?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we are right now, imagine a typical, like, 4-lane city street, like 2 lanes going one way, 2 lanes going the other way. You were at kind of an intersection, like a 4-way intersection ahead of you. 2 very large trucks came up in front of you and pinned you in at the intersection. One big one came up behind you, swerved across the lanes, and that's the one the rover's coming out of. You are all contained within a space that is a little bit bigger than the roughly U-Haul sized truck you're driving right now. You've got space to operate. You've got all the lanes of traffic around you. There are shops and stores on either side of you where the general public are. Seeing this scuffle kick off, a lot of people are scampering out of the way, being somewhat used to this level of violence in the Fringe. When they see trouble coming, they beat feet the other way. So it's not like there's people standing on the sidewalk watching this happen, but it's not like it's completely abandoned either way. So I would say you're all within like one general close area of space.
And how far is the ROV specifically from us at this moment?
It is coming out of that truck behind you, so less than 30 feet.
Okay, so the first thing I would like to do is I'm going to move closer to the ROV, but my intent isn't at this moment to get in melee with the ROV, but rather to see if, as it's coming out of the back, if I can see the person who is controlling it, like if they're in that truck.
Well, I feel like that needs a perception check.
Nat 20?
Holy moly. I think that's what you got for your initiative check, too, way back when.
Hey, it's not 2 in one session. It's 2 in 1.5 months. And that's legit.
All right, so you zip your scooter over. Drift to a stop. Very stylish. You see that the rover, as it is clambering out of the truck, it's not fully out yet, right? It's like in the middle of that step as it's kind of like swinging down. One of its big clawed hands is like out and around the top of the truck, and its body is like swinging out towards you into this open area. You can easily see into the entire back end of this truck. You do not see an operator or a person there. You know, as a person in the identical world, that the quantum technology that allows a pilot to operate a rover, you can be incredibly far away or you can be close by.
Okay, in that case, I would like to, now that I've zipped over here, pull out one of my EMP grenades and tag this thing, and then...
Sure, absolutely. So give me an attack roll to throw it where you want it to go.
So would this be an explosives roll?
Yes, you're throwing an explosive device.
To all things balance! That one!
All right. So, I'll give you an option here. Okay? I'll give you an option. You can.
Wait, I have a reroll.
Oh, you do have a reroll. Okay, go for it.
I think I've used it once in this entire campaign.
Okay.
Which means I haven't been given any like the whole campaign.
Well, to be fair, we've rolled very little so far in these 9 episodes.
So in that case, there's a 13.
Okay. So you rear back to throw this grenade. It fumbles in your hand for a second. Yep. And then it bounces between your hands for a minute, and you smack it where it's supposed to go. The grenade flies over across, and since the rover is in the middle of that transition from one space to another, it can't really react fast enough.
Narratively, can I say, as I was zipping away on the croissant scooter, I grab Argos and zip him out of range of the EMP blast?
Absolutely. Oh, hey, where are we going? Going for a ride? Can I stick my head out the window?
Stop moving!
Wait. It's all windows. I love it.
It's all windows.
So give me an EMP damage roll.
Historically, EMP and explosions with this team have not been the best. So
No.
one was The 1 was perfect, but I'm glad that we didn't end up with the 1 because Argos might have been hurt in the process.
It just means we got to practice, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
all.
true.
We'll smash cut to a training montage after this Donnybrook settles down.
So that is 3d10 for the EMP, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 20 damage.
Oh, moly. Okay. All right, so the EMP grenade fires off with that signature like ozone smell, that pop fizz. It's not the explosion of a grenade that you expect, but it still kind of has that pulse through the air that you feel as the pressure of that electricity kind of rockets through. Everyone who has some cyber tech feels a little bit of goose pimples as it kind of ripples over you.
My watcher shorts out for a second as I'm driving the scooter. Shake!
The scooter like stumbles and sputters for a minute, like it hiccups and almost tips over, but like then it kicks back over and you keep going. You see that some of the buildings that are around you, their lights just blow out. You hear a couple shouts from various buildings all around you. You can't specifically locate who's saying it, but like people expressing rage and frustration over something failing that should not have. And that is going to make it Sam's turn. Question for Mallo, though, as Sam's turn starts, I forget. Does Sam have like a watcher or a cyber eye or something connected to a comm link, or just her glow? For
most of it is the glow.
Okay.
No real, like, she's got a tech head and things like that because she has to have that. Sam is sitting in the passenger seat across from B, as B is doing her best to like deal with all of this stuff. And she just turns to her very calmly and she just goes, "I am so sorry, dear. This is probably the worst time for it, but
are you dead? Are you dead? Are you can somebody check and see if Sam's dead? Drall, Sam's dead.
What's happening? What is it? Mox? What do we do?
Check Sam's pulse, please.
Immediately gets to the floor and puts both hands on either side of the neck.
She's breathing just fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
And then check the back door so we don't lose the back half of the windy bagel, please.
So Sam is activating and jacking into her rover.
Yes.
Now, we did not drive the Winnebago.
Correct.
So as you pop into your quantum control room, you are back across the fringe. You see that you are packed inside the back of the Winnebago. Outside, the urchins have started playing little games around the Winnebago. It seems like some of them are playing poker or blackjack. One of them is eating a sandwich. They are sticking to their duties as agreed upon, but they are not paying the Winnebago any attention. It is just a thing that they are leaning against like hooligans.
Yeah, so it's they would hear just for some reason like a muffled like Windows like 95 startup sound. And then like the back of the like Sam hasn't figured out the door opening process just yet, so it just kind of comes slamming out the back of the Winnebago. And just I don't know what the urchins do at that point, but there's just a like it's just like a push and she's hoping that the door opens, but it might or might not kind of thing. And out comes the Rav. and we're just hauling ass at this point. Just hauling ass. Like, not even caring about cars. We're not caring about other people. It's just Rav running down the street at this point.
So as you are hauling ass away from the Winnebago, I think in the distance you hear these urchins trying to debate what actually just happened for a split second, because it was so fast. And suddenly there was a big noise, and that the door, the back of the Winnebago is kind of half hanging off its hinges, and two of them are blaming the rest of them for not observing enough. They think like someone tried to rob them, and they're debating if they're going to actually get paid. And then one of them, who's kind of like the ringleader, is like, no. They just said they didn't want anybody to get into the Winnebago. They didn't care. They didn't specify if something comes out of the Winnebago. We're fine. And so like this debate over the logistics of their payday and their job is fading into the background. And you are sprinting across the fringe. I would like you to give me a check here to see how quickly you get back to the fight. Can you give me an underworld check?
Underworld? Okay. 21.
Nice. All right. So, as you are sprinting, your heads-up display is feeding you all this information. You are seeing in real time all of these buildings and shops and people that you are flying by. And you notice that there is a little blinking light in your display. And it is just waiting there patiently if you want to interact with it.
You know, Sam doesn't know half of these controls at this point, so she sees blinky light and goes...
and tries to click on it. Cool.
Basically, yeah.
All right, awesome. So what comes up is a little virtual assistant, and it looks like...
What the fuck are you?
It looks like a little tiny cartoon version of Mercury. And he's kind of
chibi version though, please.
Chibi Mercury. He kind of pops up. He's got his arms akimbo. Hey there, I'm your onboard virtual assistant. It looks like you're trying to go somewhere in a hurry. Can I give you the fastest route?
You are adorable. Yes, sure, yes. I want to pet you.
Well, I'm not real, so good luck. Go this way. And the heads-up display shifts into like a 3D topographical map, and you've got this little red line you can follow as you are sprinting. You are catapulting over cars, clambering up buildings, just basically making an as the crow flies kind of line, ripping through the fringe to get where you're going.
Yeah, if she could Spider-Man this shit, she would at this point. Like,
well, a couple times, the line does take you up a building. You kind of leap off one, jump to a fire escape on another. A lot of these buildings, remember, are made from like derelict helicopters and airplanes and cars and shipping containers. So a lot of this stuff has like external bits and pieces for you to bounce off of.
Oh God, do I destroy somebody's house on the way at this point?
There's definitely some collateral damage. Let's just say that. All right, so you are hauling ass to get where you're going to go. It is back to the action though. It is the Rav's turn. So it is kind of stuck in this exiting pose, being damaged by the EMP. Mox, you're still kind of the closest. Dog, you also see this because you're outside the truck right now. It's sparking and sputtering a little bit, but it is still functional. It is going to kind of shift its torso a little bit, and you see like a shoulder cannon swing up, kind of like Predator style, and like look for a target lock, and it is going to fire at Mox. So if you would like to give me an opposed check here to dodge.
No. That's a 5.
All right. So some rockets do come in your direction here. You are rolling location 5. So you are going to take 6 damage to your 5 location, which is your left arm.
Still have armor there, luckily.
Yeah, the like these are kind of like those like small little rockets. Remember from Iron Man where like it was like the little kind of tiny rockets that are just that's what's coming at you right here. And because the Rav is still kind of lurching its way out of the truck, its targeting isn't great right now, but yeah, it came at you a little bit. B, you are inside the truck. Sam has just passed out. You've got 3 of these enemies, whoever they are, they never identified themselves, more or less pinned in front of you, but they are struggling to free themselves and take action. What would you like to do?
I honestly think that with everything going on, B is in full panic mode and is just like full send on the gas pedal. There's no gentle about pinning these people. It literally is just like, ah! Sam's like, pass the hell out. There's shit happening, and I am just like trying to keep these guys
Okay.
pinned.
Okay. So why don't you give me a drive check? And that is going to be their opposition to try to do anything.
I will do that with my new set of dice from Morag's Dice. Thank you very much.
That's product placement, y'all. Look at us being professionals over here.
Oh, wow. It's cute and spicy. Okay, hold on. I need to check my character sheet. I got a 13.
Cool. So you are revving the truck forward. 2 of them are like feebly pushing back against your truck, which doesn't make any sense because it's a vehicle, but they're like that instinct of fighting, like, what's going on? One of them, though, is seemingly successfully wiggling out right now. As that is happening, though, there were 3 additional enemies that you did not pin down. They are going to take a shot at Dog, who is... What is Dog doing? Zipping around on his scooter? He's a viable target, is what I'm saying, but what specifically is Dog doing?
Last time,
right now?
I think Mox and I were kind of surrounded by people, and I was yelling at them in Russian that I have no idea what's going on. So
That's right.
I'm
All right,
still hoping.
Well, you've made yourself a target. So
it is a bystander, comrade.
All right.
Shit.
All right, so they are firing in your general direction. If you'd like to give me
jackasses, I'm the one who attacked you.
a dodge check, please.
Can I try to pull some of their attacks by taunting? I am the only one who's taken an aggressive action.
You know what?
Yeah.
You can try anything in this game. Yeah, of course. Why don't you give me I don't know, an intimidation check, a performance check, a persuasion check, depends on how you want to play it.
I'm terrible at all of these, despite...
This makes it more exciting.
Yep, 4.
4. So I feel like Mox, who has just like taken a shot from these little rockets, and it has his cyber dog like under his arm as he's spinning on this scooter, is like,
Boy, pricks!
And just flips him off with one hand.
Trying to save everyone all at one time.
Right. So yeah, these guys are still firing at dog.
Okay.
Pete, what was that dodge check?
What am I gonna add to this? Just is it Dex or agility?
Yeah, your agility.
It'll be your agility.
My second worst stat.
Unless you have
-2.
any talents that would improve your dodge checks. In any way.
Let's see. Lock picking, stealth. Maybe I could sneak away. Could engineer the situation. No.
Engineer the bullets as they are flying towards you.
Yeah. Survival. I would like to survive right now. No, I don't think I do.
No. All right.
Okay. Here we go. That is. Do you want me to do this 3 times or just the once?
No, just once.
Okay, so 5 minus 2 is 3.
Oh, cool. Great. Yeah, so these shots are all coming towards you. That is going to be... That's a number 9. That's your left leg for 10 damage.
Oh! Dog's gonna yell out hate crime. Ow!
Yeah, so they're firing like small arms, some sort of submachine gun. Maybe it's hard to tell in the moment. Some bullets rip into your flesh there.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the exact texture and print on the bullet in this moment, but it feels bad. It feels like a bullet.
Drall, it is your turn. You are in the truck as we described before.
So I only have grenades and a plasma pistol. So it's gonna go one of 2 ways here.
Both are entertaining options. I love it.
Throw all of them.
Just chuck them all out the window.
Yeah, all of them.
Love them. Okay, so if
Just an entire bandolier of grenades out the window.
Just like in Hellblade.
If I were to
Only
But don't
if you scream
activate them,
Yahtzee.
just-
cinematic masterpiece. If I were to lob, it's always lob. You have to lob it. 2 grenades. Would I have 2 separate targets in this space, or just one big one?
So you're very much in kind of a confined space.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're still in the car. You're still in the bed, like the driver portion of the truck. I feel like you can chuck them straight out the window. You could lean out the window a little bit and try to like throw them. They're both going to go in the same direction. So you can and then there's going to be a real big boom in that radius.
That just sounds like okay. Because there are vehicles, people.
Yeah,
things
because
happening
the
all
truck
around.
you are in is
But I don't want to hit the scooters.
is the front of the truck is the grill of
Fuck
the
the
truck
scooter!
is pushed straight up against 3 individuals who are backed into another truck. They're
we just-
sandwiched between. Yeah, there's the croissant scooters outside with your friends. They're-
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's an interesting idea.
Do you need me to back up really fast? Just
No,
stand on
I
the
can use a
reverse
grenade
and
for
give
that
me
if I need
space.
them. But she is going to, because there are windows on either side, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to prop herself up on this window with her legs on the inside of the car and pull out her plasma pistol and aim at the nearest individual target.
Awesome. Yeah. So give me an attack roll.
Because I really love my grenades and I've named all of them, so I'm super attached to them.
Yeah.
So I really want to release them. I want it to be like a
How many times did I
joyous
tell you
thing,
not to name your
I
grenades?
I can't help it. I'm new to this thing, and I just really like the sound that they make. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. What was that question? I'm sorry. That.
So just go ahead and give me an attack roll, d20 plus agility plus any... No, I'm sorry, not plus agility. Any skill ranks you have in your pistols.
$17.
Oh, very nice. So, luckily for Drall, the closest individuals are the ones that are pinned in the truck Oreo sandwich right now.
Annoying.
Yeah, so you basically got a clean shot. Give me some damage.
Let's go. I have on record that I have 5d8 for my plastic pistol. Is that correct? It's been a minute.
That sounds right to me. I'm trying to get to that page real fast. Yeah. Yep.
$23.
And could you also roll a d12 for me to see where you hit this poor individual?
Oh, yeah. Well, I like it. I like it. D12. 7.
All right. So yeah, you shoot this guy in the arm, and he screams in a massive amount of pain as the hot plasma just rips through his flesh and cauterizes, and his arm it more or less flops uselessly at this point. And he let's see if he passes out from the pain. Yep, absolutely. So you lean out, take a shot. This guy screams and just passes completely out.
Drall is gonna cough from the disgusting smell and the way it feels in her throat.
Yeah,
it's not a great time. Yay, gun!
Yay! All right. So now the soldiers, not the soldiers, the guys that were pinned in front of this truck, one of them has passed out. Another one is still struggling against the truck. The one on the other side, though, the far side, was kind of trying to wiggle his way out. He got his arm free. He is going to futilely try to shoot at B through the windshield. So
Cool.
I am going to have you make a dodge check at a bonus because you are behind this glass. So yeah, just give me a dodge check, please.
Okay. You know, it's never a good sign when you have to look at the dice and then look at your character sheet and anything to it.
Lauren, just a reminder, it's just plus your agility bonus.
Okay. All right. Well. Hey, Caleb. Can I add acrobatics?
Why don't you tell me what you got first, Wild?
or driving? No, I got an 11.
That's fine. You're fine. Because you are also inside the truck, which is offering you protection, and this guy is not a crack shot right now because he's being crushed by the truck that you are driving. So the shot does connect with the windshield. One of them ricochets off the windshield. You see a little bit of a crack and a spider web pattern in the windshield. Another shot hits the frame and pings off, but nothing gets through to you. And it is going to be Dog's turn.
Okay, Caleb. A lot is... Sorry. Aggressive. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. I liked it.
A lot's happened here. Can you paint me a picture of what's going on with Dog now, aside from a hole?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So...
Aside from my hole.
Aside from a hole. What's going on in a 10-foot radius around
I was just going to move on from that point.
A 10-foot radius around my hole.
Describe my hole for the audience,
All right.
please.
Which one?
All of them.
Dealer's choice.
All right. So,
Hole for
Dog... That's a whole nother podcast.
Sorry, I'm done.
After dark.
I'm in. Let's go. So Dog had been riding on the scooter, kind of playing escort. I think you and Mox had been not necessarily like flanking it, one on one side of the truck, one side the other. You might have been behind it a little bit. All of this,
hands.
Of course, it was a very idyllic scene. It was gorgeous. If only it had been in Paris. So all of this has happened very rapidly and quickly. At this point, you've got a large truck behind you that a rover is climbing out of. Big, squat, kind of gorilla-ish almost, wrestling its way out of the back of that truck. Ahead of you, there's two larger box trucks that have mostly blocked the way. The truck that B and everyone was driving has rammed 3 of these enemies into one of those trucks that is blocking your way. There are another 3 of these enemies who are out of their truck, standing in like aggressive firing stances, and they are the ones who just shot at you. Mox had been beside you previously, but tossed a grenade and then zipped up towards the front of the truck B was driving to get out of the blast range of that EMP. So Dog right now is kind of in a little bit of an open space. There's no one immediately next to him. There is threat, though, in front of him from the enemies fire at him, and behind him with the rover.
Okay. And they're, how many feet in front of me are the enemies that are shooting? Would you say?
Less than 30.
Okay. And I'm in between 2 trucks? Is that...
Yeah, so if the 2 trucks are in front of you, B's truck is pointed at them like a T.
Yeah.
Another truck is far behind you that the rover's getting out of. You've got clear open space on either side of you between all of these threats. If we go to the far left, the far right, that is the shops on either side of the street that you were driving down. There's a couple cars and small vehicles that are parked or have been abandoned when this fight started. There's no other people immediately in the vicinity. There's a little restaurant, little shop, small things on either side of the street.
Okay. Sorry, dog's starting to freak out.
Argos is just letting you know there's danger.
Argos. That's
Good
enough.
boy.
That's enough. Good boy. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, so I think what I'll do is duck to the side of a truck to just get away from the most amount of gunfire.
Sure.
As possible. Are these guys just like regular armored, or do they got like cybernetic? They decked out? What is?
From a quick view of them as you are running for cover, you don't see any cyber tech obvious, like nothing fancy and chrome. You don't even see what looks like obvious armor. You just see some guys with some guns.
Okay. So in that case, Dog's going to duck behind a truck where there's less fire, and the guys that shot at him, well, as best as he can, with a hole in his leg, and grab a hand grenade and sort of Larry Bird, skyhook, Kobe it towards them while ducking out of the way, and yell, "I've got a bomb! Bomb, 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 bomb! Oh my god, I've got a bomb! Oh, I've got a bomb! Bomb, 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 bomb!"
So are you aiming to like chuck it at their feet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if I could hit them in the head and have that explosion right there, great.
All right.
But I'm not going to call that shot.
All right. So give me a roll to see if it goes where you want it to go.
Okay. Oh boy, I'm scared. What are we using on top of that?
So any skills you have in explosives?
Hold on. Hold on. Let's call it. Let's call it agility.
Well,
if
you don't have any skill in it, it's just a straight D20.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so not agility.
There's no agility bonus on this one anymore.
Ooh, yeah, that's a loose word of the word bonus. Yeah, penalty. 16 then. Thank you.
Oh.
Benevolent Game
okay.
Maker.
Well, that is excellent. As you are dodging out of the way, trying to find some cover, scrambling to like the other side of the truck to put some space in between you and these assailants. You chuck this grenade out. It sails through the air, lands at their feet. There is that split second we see in any kind of action movie where like they recognize what has just happened and they try to move as quickly as they can, and then the explosion goes off. So why don't you roll me that grenade damage?
Fantastic. As it's going off, Dog is going to cackle, but try to keep the Russian accent. So, ha 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 ha. That's cocked. Okay. That would be 17 damage.
Cool. So the grenade goes off. Your ears are ringing from the explosion. The blast wave washes over you. Little bit of dust, a lot of dust and debris in the air, but you see that the three assailants have all scattered from where they were previously. One of them kind of leapt forward trying to get away from it. The other two kind of leapt back trying to get away from it, but all of them, not like they ragdolled and cartwheeled out of the way, but the grenade went off and like poof, blasted into all of them. They are stunned and damaged on the ground right now. All of you felt that impact of the grenade going off. The truck rocked a little bit as this happened. We are going to go back to the top of the order with Mox.
Okay. Well, things still aren't going great, and Dog has a new hole. How close is the individual or thing, like, opponent, the closest opponent to Dog? Like, how far away is an enemy from Dog? Is there one right up in his face?
There is no enemy in his immediate space. You saw him like quickly scrambling to a little bit closer to you, like huddling kind of in the wheel well of the truck that B was driving. So there is a large truck of space between him and the three people who shot at him, who've now just been exploded by a grenade and are scattered on the ground. There are still the three people at the front of the truck who are relatively close to Dog, but not paying attention to him because one of them just got shot and the other two all three of them are still pinned in this truck Oreo sandwich. The Rav is still a looming threat, the one that just shot at you, but it is still not fully disengaged from the truck it was climbing out of. It's not like it is charging towards you or Dog or anybody else. It can clearly take a shot at you, but it's not there to attack.
Got it. Okay. A lot of my equipment is still in the Windy Bagel. but no way in hell would I have been leaving home without Casey Jones. So, as I'm going to stop the croissant scooter, pull Casey Jones, my rifle, off of my shoulder, and like use the handlebar of the scooter to stabilize, to like put the front of it on and just aim. And I'm going to see if I noticed which one shot Dog, and I'm going to try to murder him.
You know, you thought you had a pretty good idea of it. They scattered with the explosion.
Dog, which one fucking shot you?
The one in the armor.
Come here, beautiful.
He's got a gun.
You can have a pretty good idea. You can have a guess at least at which one. All three of them had opened fire, so
Look for the one that don't like Russians.
All right, I am going to take a called shot.
Sure.
A single shot at the one that seems most likely here, straight for his head.
Absolutely.
That will be 23.
So it is so incredibly much over the number that he rolled, being stunned after just exploded by a grenade. Absolutely, you shoot this guy in the head.
15 damage.
Well, there used to be a head. Now there's just a raspberry jelly stain.
As that happens, with the moment of the head just getting detonated there, I am going to make a very loud show of clearing the spent shot from the chamber.
Which one of you fuckers wants it next? Or can we fucking talk?
Sam, you are vaulting over like an air conditioning unit on the top of an apartment building. You are running through like a clothesline that has some sheets on it, and you're smacking them out of the way. And you get to the edge of a roof. You leap off this roof, and you see this combat happening in front of you. You are now kind of jumping through the air, and you are about to land in the midst of this fight.
Well, I feel like before we jump down, I feel like we should just take a railgun shot.
Oh, sure, that's fine too.
And can we see the Rob from here?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let's take that.
Okay.
It's a handful of D20s. That's the beauty of the railgun.
So your Rav gets to the edge of the building. Chibi Mercury is like giving you the dotted line arc of your jump.
Jump here. Yeah.
Jump now with this much force, and it's like giving you the X where you're gonna land. I recommend the superhero landing. You know, he's trying to really give
no idea about math.
He's really trying to help. And you screech to a stop. Is your railgun in the arm? Are you carrying it? Is it mounted to your shoulder? What does this look like?
It's just the carried gun.
It's just the carried railgun. Okay. Yeah. So you screech to a halt, like leg up on the rim. Take the shot. What do we see?
Oh, it's 5 shots. So.
Oh, yes. You know what I
things up. Yeah.
You know what I meant though.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I see.
That's more for the people at home to just know why we're doing a bunch of D20s here. You too can have a railgun if you'd like it.
In the game.
I'm not a legal expert on railguns in the real world. So we have an 18, a 16, an 8, a 7, and a 1. So it jams on the last one.
All right. Okay.
That's why we will need to jump down.
All right. So 4 of those connect.
Oh, jeez. Well. So here's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be location. Each one of these are 3d12.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we go hard. I'm just saying, we go hard. Oh, that's a lot. 24 to the left arm.
Okay.
You said 4 connect, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. 20 to the head.
Oh god. Okay.
Uh, 24 to the body.
Okay.
And 20 to the left arm.
Okay.
The sounds
So-
of math.
I'm coming, babies!
Okay, so those of you at ground level, a grenade just went off. Guns have been firing. This has all been rapidly exploding all around you. And then suddenly you hear 4 comets hitting the ground and just feel the rock of the impact of these 4 shots colliding with this Rav that was not even all the way out of the truck yet and has just been absolutely shattered. The body is hanging limply from the truck bed. One of the arms was still like wrapped up around to the top of the roof, and it's just like hanging limp. The marionette strings just got cut. It is it's in bad shape. It is sparking. Some part of it is on fire. Some of the running lights around it are just like all exclamation points of alert messages and warning signs. It is like spluttering and sparking and barely moving.
When the gun jams, you just kind of hear out of the one little speaker, "Oh, son of a bitch!" And then like she kind of like whips that on the back, but then pulls out the scythe and then just jumps down into the fray because now we can just block for people.
And then
we can body block for people if we need to.
And as soon as that comprehension of what just happened sinks in, there is another impact and explosion, and a huge column of dust erupts into the air. Blacktop and cement particles spray all around as Sam's Rav, in all her glory, just slams into the ground like a comet and stands up, wielding a deadly
An 8.5 foot
scythe.
scythe. Like metallic cybernetic scythe. Like, let's be real about that. It's anime as fuck up in this
That's
bitch.
a Gundam.
Yeah, basically.
It is,
Basically, hey, blame it on the viewers. They helped vote for the Gundam that we built. Like,
Yeah.
this is just
Thanks,
what's
weebs.
happening now. Yeah. I'm here for it.
I say as a weeb.
Well, what was the one with the scythe from Gundam Wing? It was great. That's what I'm seeing right now.
Scyther.
Yeah, it was just Scyther. All right, perfect. So,
I
that
wouldn't know
happens.
if that was a Pokemon or a Gundam or, yeah.
It was both. It's both.
Roll a die.
I'm just
Big Daddy
accepting
Blade.
it.
That's his name.
I believe it was the Gundam Death Scythe. Actually,
There it is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
In our world, it's just BFB, big fucking blade.
I love it. All right, so the dust clears. The Rav is trying to function and failing. Like, it tries to move, its servos fail, it falls. All of the soldiers are just shock and awed, can't move at this point. The two of them that were pinned in the truck are like trying to get away, but they're also incredibly scared. The three that just got exploded are trying to get up. Like, one of them isn't moving at all. Well, there's one that's dead. One of them is like not moving, and the other one is like kind of up on an elbow, shaking their head, trying to figure out what's happening. All of you looking at this can tell that the fight is over. What would you like to do?
Dog wants to, while he's sitting on the ground next to the car, do the was it John McClane thing, and Das Vidania, bitches. And it's purely for him. No one else hears it. Yeah.
Is the Rav still active?
It's trying. It is that scene in one of the Terminator movies where the Terminator is like trying to move and just the servos keep failing, so it's just doing like the same motion over and over, and it's not working. It's not like off, but it is non-functional at this point.
Okay. First of all, to my party. Sorry. Mox is angry and he has a -3 charisma. I'm going to try to turn make it so the camera system of the Rav, wherever the operator is getting visual feed from, turns and points to the one who has had his head exploded.
Sure.
And is going to lean in front of the camera style thing, the eyes, so you can see both, and go,
Hey! How about next time we fucking talk? We would like a word.
You don't get an immediate response, but the Rav completely powers down.
That's what I fucking thought.
And I'm then going to try to do anything that I can in that moment to disable it from powering back on.
Well, that feels like it would probably be an engineering or an electronics check to start messing around.
If we are doing that, then that is a 25.
Okay. So you can be busy for a few moments messing around with all this Rav's now mostly exposed wiring after it has these massive holes blown into it.
And as he's in there, pulling or disconnecting things, just looking around.
Babe, you okay?
Yeah, I got a hole, but I'm good.
Everyone, check in. Fuck.
Margo!
What the fuck? And just gestures at the Rob, gestures at Sam, gestures at the Rob again, gestures wildly at everyone.
Hello, dear.
Are you done?
Ah, Sam, you're looking good.
She's gonna kind of walk up, and then there's still one pinned, right? He's still got one pinned up against the wall with the truck, right?
Really, all three of them were still pinned there. One of them has passed out from having their arm basically shot off. The other two are still kind of wrestling, but seeing what just happened, especially with this death Rav walking towards them, they are absolutely hands up. Well, one of them, his arms are kind of pinned down, but the other one is yep, okay. What's up?
Let me know when you want me to let off the gas. I think the tires are bald.
She just kind of walks over and just kind of like lightly like taps the outside of the car so we don't bald the tires too much. But she will take the scythe and just kind of like put it all up, up under their chin, the one that can, do the thing, and she'll just like lean down and just kind of like look at him and go, "Who sent you?"
We were just we were just trying to get the shipment. That's all. Vince wouldn't sell to us. We're trying to get it. We needed it for the fight.
Oh, there are fights now. Where do these fights happen?
Well, I mean, all over, but the Kingslayer.
Where is the Kingslayer?
Trying to like kind of motion with one arm. I mean, it's kind of that way, and then you hang a left at the bistro, and then you go down, and it's the second right. There's a guy who hangs out there with a sign about like the end of the world, and then you go past him. Don't give him any money; he'll just talk all day, and then it's like right there.
What do I need to know to get in? I would like to fight, and I would like to make a delivery.
I mean, are you registered? Are you on the roster?
Do I need to be? Or
Yes.
is this something that, can be greased wheels?
I mean, I don't run it. I don't know the organization. I'm not like a project manager or anything. I don't know how they organize it, but I bet if you go talk to them, you might be able to. I'm like,
She pushes further up on him to get him to shut up. She just kind of looks at him and she's like, "I'm going to tell my friend to let you go. Never, ever, ever mess with Vince again. Tell everybody you can. Tell your little raw friend that I would like to see them eventually. It might not end well for them, but I will see them again."
He nods to the extent that he can.
Very good. And she will kind of look back at B and just kind of give a little bit of a nod to like, okay, maybe like let him. They're not going to do anything at this point.
B's gonna take that as a nod to put the accelerator back on. To stomp on it again.
She'll kind of hold up her hand and be like,
Just
All right. So the guy that Sam was just threatening, just throws up from the stress and then the truck slamming into him. So yeah, and then the one in the middle just kind of passes out, like the one that got his arm blown off. They're having such a bad day.
And then B will back up to give them some space.
she'll just lean down when that happens and she'll just look at him and go, "Run."
So the one that threw up that you were threatening, like reaches down for his buddies and tries to drag them. And there's that split second where he's like throwing his weight against their body and it's just too much because he has like one of each of their arms and he stumbles and falls and then pushes himself like backwards on his ass like that backward crab crawl scramble and just gets up and beats feet into a random building somewhere. The other three, the other two, because one of them is dead, they are still like trying to get their senses together, but they are backing away and not engaging with you at all.
Hey there, Fringers. Ethan, aka Mox here. Are you in need of another actual play to occupy your time? Need something else to listen to while you're doing laundry or dishes? Then come on over to Go Buff Yourself, home of the City of the Crimson Tower and the Wild Beyond, two ongoing and very different campaigns. We've also got Mothership and a bunch of other one-shots there just waiting for you. And if you need additional incentive, Lauren plays a stoner turtle in the Wild Beyond. You can find Go Buff Yourself anywhere you get your podcasts. Alright, enough from me.
back to the show.
How big? There was a van that pulled up in front to try to do the pincer maneuver, right?
Yeah, there was two bigger box trucks that pinned you in, and then one truck about the same size behind you that the Rav body is hanging out of right now.
Okay, so the one in front of us is just clean kind of thing?
Yeah, if you check them out, like there was three guys in one truck, 3 guys in the other, and you've dealt with those 6 dudes, the trucks are empty.
Okay. She's gonna kind of like walk over to the other truck and just look over at Mox and them and be like, look, free truck. I get in back now.
Fair enough.
I hope one of you can drive, because I need to still be in this.
If we're doing that, I was hoping to have a little bit more time with this Rav, because it is mostly out of the truck, so I don't think if we drive it, it's going to be in the truck while we drive away, right?
No, so the way I understood it was the Rav was in the back truck, not in the front truck.
Okay,
right.
Different
So
truck,
there's
You can still fuck with that one if you want to.
Cool.
Yeah, there's the Rav in the back truck. There's 2 trucks that are in front of you, and there's the truck that you are driving from Vince that is still in one piece, and its cargo is still sealed and intact.
So if there is a way to take the truck with the Rav and have the Rav be there as well, I would love to do that. Otherwise, I would like to salvage parts off of it if I don't have that capacity.
Yeah, if you have Sam like help you push it back in, because you can't do it on your own.
Somebody, I'm old and frail.
She just starts pushing it back into the truck, pussy. Not that
I'm
you.
sorry, not every single one of us is a giant metal person.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the goddamn Rav I just beat up.
I didn't know.
You were fine. You were fine.
But yeah, you can push it back in, close the door, and yeah, you can just drive that truck with you if you want.
Sweet, because we're gonna need to not walk a Rav through the rest of the city that just went, juggernauting through the city. Probably not smart to do that.
Very, very faintly in the background, as all of this is happening, you hear a little bit of a alarm siren and a police siren getting a smidge louder.
Oh.
Time to go.
Dog's gonna try to act casual as he can and yell out, be like, "Wow, that was scary! They're coming for them guys! Woo. Well, I guess I'm gonna leave. It's so scary."
All right, so
Dead stares from Drall.
so Mox is driving the truck with the dead Rav in it.
Mm-hmm.
Dead Rav.
B, Drall, and Sam's unconscious body are still in Vince's truck.
Yep.
And we are leaving the scene.
Flee the scene of the crime.
Fleeing the scene of the crime.
Absolutely, with haste.
Hold on.
Oh.
I have a question.
Oh.
So I know, outside of game, we're now in a city.
Mhm.
How much of this did CCTV catch?
So B would not know that because
I'm asking for me.
As a player, everything is very closely observed in the plexes, even in the fringe.
Fantastic. Would any of our group think to think about that?
Sam would know, but Sam also doesn't give a shit. Since she was in Angel City. She knew what she was doing when she ran half across the fucking fringe with a Rav. Yeah.
It wasn't that far because of how fast you got there, but yeah.
Well, true. Yeah.
Dog grew up in Angel City as an engineer, but he also just got shot in the leg. I guess I'd have to roll for his paranoia level.
Yeah.
But yeah, he might.
There's a level of it. Yeah, there's a level of it with Sam knowing that in the fringe you can kind of pay things off and kind of get she's hoping a little bit of the underground kind of bit that she can just kind of be like, it's fine, kind of thing, that nobody's going to investigate too much kind of thing, because we did just get attacked. It's very obvious that we got attacked kind of thing. So, the Rav might need a paid job. We'll see.
The destination ahead of you, the Kingslayer, is not a fancy, ostentatious building, but it does stand out from the rest of the buildings that you have been looking at and driving past and walking past in the Fringe. It is kind of a long, low, maybe 3-story warehouse type building. There is a big neon sign in like a very rich blue and gold that says Kingslayer across the front. There are not like spotlights from the top of the building, but there are a lot of like smaller lights along the roof line, shining up into the sky. It's drawing attention to itself, but it's not like a big building in the heart of the Metroplex would be. But it's kind of got those vibes. There is a large front door covered by an awning. You can see a line of people there waiting to get in. You can see around either side there are like parking lots for a variety of vehicles, and there is a sign that directs you to the back of the building for loading docks, deliveries, drop-offs, that kind of thing. What would you like to do?
Well, I suppose, assuming this is the right place, I'd whip the truck around and start backing up into the loading dock.
Okay. So as you do that, there are a handful of workers and employees back there. You see a couple of armed guards kind of walking around the docking bay. You see off in the corner, like on one side of the dock, there is a very not ramshackle, but not well-made Rav, like unloading pallets and moving stuff from one point to another. And as you pull Vince's truck up, a little hover drone like flies in front of the windshield and looks at you just as an employee, a worker, walks up asking you what you're dropping off, kind of thing. Hey, what are you here for?
Is this before or after I have finished pulling, like, back to the loading dock? Or during?
During the process.
All right. Well, we gotta drop off. Hold on one second. I'm kind of doing something and don't want to run into your building. So if you just, like, give me a couple of seconds, I got stuff for you.
Okay, yeah, you got a shipping order, you got papers, you got something on your glow, like, what's up?
Drall, do we have those things, right? Like a bill of lading, something?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry. And she pulls up her glow and she just looks through the information that's been sent to her via dropped to her from Paperboy and our other connections.
Yes. So
sorry, I'm just like really taking everything in.
So specifically for this, Vince, the guy from the gun shop, would have given you like an order packet on your glow that would have something like a QR code that the receiving people can just scan.
Okay. Of course, you wouldn't need blueprints to your own building. That's totally
Definitely want to swipe. Definitely want to swipe past that.
That's what the other file. Anyway. This is what we and just immediately puts the glow in the face. Is this what you're looking for?
The worker looks at it, nods up at the drone. The drone like zips over, boop, scans it. The worker looks down at their glow. All right, yeah. Keep backing it up. Hey, come over here and get this stuff. And they yell over at the Rov that's doing some stuff. They put the pallet down. Trundles over and waits for you to finish backing in and then open the back of the truck.
I pressed the button.
The doors like slide open. It's like these kind of wrap around doors. They slide like pocket doors into the back of the truck. The Rov starts pulling out boxes that are like really, really big, kind of person-sized, kind of coffin-sized, but they're like really just long rectangular boxes. And the Rov picks one of them up and trundles off into the building. A few minutes later would come back and pick up another one and bring it into the building as well. But yeah, all of you are there. The job itself is now done, and you're at the Kingslayer.
I feel like a fucking word with whoever sent those sons of bitches.
I don't think. Sorry, Drall.
No, you're totally good. You say anything you want. I'm just like really overwhelmed. She's trying to keep it cool. She turns her back to everybody else and just kind of, yeah. This is enormous. Yeah. What were you saying? I'm so sorry.
V's gonna reach up and tap Drall on the shoulder like, it's good.
Yeah.
We're here. Do we just go in? How do we get in? Do we all need to use the restroom? I feel like some of us have viscera on us. Shall we go get a drink?
I mean, that doesn't sound bad, I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, the viscera, it's mostly mine.
Where do they park the other truck?
That's a great question for the people who drove that truck.
Max?
There are some parking lots.
Okay, parking. Is there a, So are we staying here? Because if so, I do need to park it. Or do we need transportation still to go elsewhere?
So the Kingslayer is where Vince told you the fixers would be.
No, I'm just asking the group. Are we staying?
Yes. This is like the one time.
All right.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to. Yeah, I mean, I'll find a parking lot for it. And I think because this is not my truck, I don't care. Mox is going to ask Argos, who now has active camouflage, to hang around here and watch it. And is also going to find someone nearby who was graffitiing or doing anything.
Hey, can I borrow that spray paint really quick?
And
Why?
is going to,
What?
I
Why?
just need to write something on my truck.
You don't have your own spray paint?
No, I'm sorry, young one. I did not come with my own spray paint. Now can I borrow it?
How much you gonna use?
Oh, for fuck's sake, enough to write 4 words, and not even stylistically. Do you want to write? Could you just write on this truck right here? touch my Rov and die. Very short, simple message.
That's 5 things.
For fuck, touch Rov and die. There. Or maybe an ampersand instead of the and to make it 4, if that suits your style.
10 souls a word.
10 Jesus Christ, the economy these days. I'm going to transfer him 45 souls. That's 5 souls for the ampersand.
Okay.
You're not getting full price on me for a fucking thimble.
I think I took you for a ride, boss.
You know,
How good was the writing? I gotta know.
Yeah, did he like
What
at
was the
least
quality?
make it like a cool tag?
Like drips.
No, this was just like,
Damn it.
Times New Roman kind of font.
Times New
Super
Roman.
boring.
Damn.
For 10 cents.
Oh my
I
god.
really did get taken for a ride.
Wow.
He spelled it right. They spelled it right.
Small miracles. And after that, then I'll rejoin the group.
you should. You know how expensive graffiti is these days. Spray paint, the market must be insane.
I mean, it was Times New Roman. He added flourishes on the bottom of all the letters. You didn't have to do that. It reads well.
It's
it
a
flows.
dedication to the art. I do respect that.
It's better than Helvetica.
Better than Papyrus.
Papyrus.
Comic
Oh, yeah.
Sans.
Swear to God, you tag my truck with Comic Sans, I'm coming for you.
Kids going places he can count and he can tag.
All right, so
Artist.
the parking lot is relatively full. There's a variety of vehicles. Some of them pretty nice. Some of them pretty rundown. But there is a pretty big crowd outside the front of the Kingslayer. It's very much the line in front of a nightclub kind of vibe. There are a handful of aerial helicopter drones buzzing up and down the line, looking at people, scanning them, keeping eyes on the situation to make sure no one's getting out of line or acting up or trying to cut. No cutting in this line. There are 3 or 4 guards, 3 or 4 doormen, I should say, letting people in, talking to people as you get up to the front. It's not like a line wrapping around the building, but the building itself is pretty big, so it's not a short line that you're going to get through quickly. Are you, as a group, just going to wait for your turn to get up to the door? Are you going to try something different? What are we doing here?
We don't want to draw attention to ourselves in any unnecessary way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a line, right?
Yeah. I mean, so you could just stand in it, right?
Stack natural.
Natural line standing posture. Engaged.
All right. So it takes like an hour to get through the line.
About 45 minutes through the line, Sam finally walks up and's like, "Hey,
Oh,
how's it going?"
Yeah, we probably should wave the same.
Save you a spot. We thought you might need
In
to be. I don't know.
In hindsight, that was probably a little rude. Sorry about that. We were a little wrapped up in the moment. Did you walk here?
No, I was in the truck. You left my body passed out in the truck.
You were quiet.
I
Thought
meant,
you were
did you
taking
walk
a
here from the
nap.
truck, obviously? Yeah.
Well, yes.
I have to be honest. That was the coolest shit I've ever seen. And then you just come in. It was, and she just kind of beams in fangirl-esque demeanor. It was just
Capable with
wonderful.
God
It
competition.
was just wonderful.
Duh. Hey, hold on. Hey, dog. How you feeling?
Oh shit, dog.
Do you need like a med check?
I mean, it's scabbing over now. It's a hole.
That's healing, right?
Uh,
Oh my god, can you put stuff in it?
I mean, dog proceeds to kind of put his finger in a little bit. Yeah, that hurts.
Don't do. Oh well, if it hurts, don't do
That
it.
doesn't
But
look
if,
scabbed.
Sam's got her med kit with her,
Well, I mean, it's a hole. What y'all think it'd do?
and we'll get you at least a coag pack. So it looks, It'll numb it a bit, and you won't be looking like you got shot up. You won't look like 50 Cent.
You got that thick blood. There we go. That's the stuff right there.
Jelly blood. We love it.
Get some alcohol in there.
Yep. You want me to cauterize it?
Why did he sound so excited when you said that? Like, it wasn't just an offer. You want me to cauterize it? You want me to cauterize it? Like, what? There was, like, something sexual in there, I feel like.
No, no, absolutely not. I was just wondering if you needed help to... Anyway, it's just, a fire's a new thing for me, and it's just seeing what it does to stuff, really.
We're a little testy standing around here. The door's right there. Come on.
So one of the doormen, hey, you guys done?
Yes, we are done.
Cool.
Oh, the party's just getting started. We're here.
Cool. So why are you in my line?
We'd like to get in. We did a delivery earlier. We need a drink. It's been a day.
You on the list?
I mean, aren't people who do deliveries automatically on the list?
No.
Well, that's what we were told.
Someone's lying. They're wrong.
Man, don't make us come all this way and then not even get a drink. People talk about this place all the fucking time. This is the first time we've gotten to delivery here.
Hey, we fought off people to make sure that this delivery got here on time and intact.
Yeah, look at that.
And I do believe that because we made sure and went an extra mile, we should be able to come in, have a drink, use your restrooms, look around, and enjoy the locale.
Despite the minor communication or problematic corporate policies.
And really, Dog's gonna... He had an idea. What's your name, son?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what my name is. You're in my line.
All right. Listen, doesn't matter. I just I'm not sorry. I assume that's what your name is. Now we cut a deal to bring in merchandise free of charge so that we could get a drink.
Did you cut a deal with the person who owns this establishment? No.
Yeah. Why you ask me a question if you let me answer?
Because if that was the case, you'd be on my list. You're not on my list.
That's not.
Whatever job you did, that's the job you did.
If you're not
on the list, the people who are fighting show up. I was told that you would know.
What do you mean fighting? What kind?
You know exactly what I mean.
Well, I mean, there's different brackets. Is this a one-on-one situation, or is this a jacket and pilot something situation?
She looks up and down at her 6'4" gigantic fucking frame, and looks at it and goes, "Could be either one. I'm happy either way. I was told to come here because there was possibilities, and I could put on a show. And these are my friends that helped me get here. And that one over there is my agent." And she points to Drall. So she gets 10%.
So you're trying to be like a walk-in wild card. You're not on the ticket. You didn't register ahead of time for weigh-in.
Not for weigh-in, no.
Ah, okay.
We learned about this particular part for doing the job. Did the job. They said it could be possible. I said I was just in town for a few days. Would love to do a fight.
All right. Well,
opportunities there. Why
fight
not?
tickets. Not in my job description. That's around on the corner. Walk-ins can have one associate with them in their corner. Y'all figure that out on your own. The rest of you, if you're not on the list, general admission is 100 souls ahead.
Easy.
Oh, man, that's a lot, yeah.
Mox, I got it.
I mean, we all got it. I'm just trying to not make them know that.
I know. I just,
Mox is looking for that discount.
Mox,
100. I guess I won't be able to afford my diabetes medication this week. It's tragic. But
Tell me you
sacrifices must be made.
tell me you
GLP ones
live-
went way up in price.
Rick, seriously. Tell me you live in a capitalistic dystopia without telling me that.
Uh-huh. Bernie did
All right.
not win here. I'm sorry.
No one won here. All right, so who is going to go in through the main doors, general mission? Who is going to go with Sam to the fighter's entrance?
Sam, choose your moral support.
No, I want to see this. I want to see this play out because I want dog.
Huh? I thought Drall was your agent.
Chaos. Well,
No,
well,
the
coordinate
agent gets
are
me
different.
in, not
Oh.
is in the corner.
Are you
I
a
mean-
corner man?
Yeah.
I'll make a
And if
bet.
you need an old coach,
Get in there, Sam.
Yeah.
Get in there, you bum.
All right, come on,
Okay.
Wrestling
Mox.
promos.
Yeah.
I think dog would have been perfect.
Both, we can both come.
Great.
Come on.
Both are great.
Doesn't have to be. We're packaged you.
I mean, there's a hole in one of you.
I mean, if you want me, is this gentleman gonna let us?
We'll get in. We'll get in. It's fine.
You want me to
It's
talk
fine.
to him? I can.
I tell you what. You keep track of Drall and B. Mox, you go with me. We'll give them plenty to stare at while you guys do intel. You do what you do best.
It's very
All right.
comforting to hear.
Sounds good.
All right, so Sam and Mox head off around the side of the building. Dog, Drall, and B, you walk into the Kingslayer. It is a night and day difference at the second you walk into the building. This dog, this is corporate Metroplex through and through. You've been at corporate lunches and corporate dinners. You've been at required happy hours, right? This is the corporate life. This is the Metroplex life. You walk in, it is immediately 20 degrees cooler. The air smells better. It is dark. You've got illuminated floors taking you to different destinations. You've got neon lining the ceiling, lining the corners. Everything is slick. It is dark glass, dark chrome. Everything is sleek and elite and well made. You walk down a little bit of a corridor. You see a variety of rooms off to your left and right. You see people milling about. They look like they're maybe their private rooms or special reserved rooms. You're not sure. You hear a like pulsing bass of the music just pumping through the building. You smell good food. You smell alcohol. You smell people. You smell a little bit of like you smell a little bit of blood and sweat in the air. You walked in on the ground floor, and I said that this is a really big kind of warehouse building, about 3 stories tall. The room, the room ahead of you has, you're kind of walking down that dark hallway. Like in the movies when like the room is very bright that you're walking towards, drawing you towards that type of scene. That's what's happening here. You walk into this main room. There are ramps on either side of you, and you see people like milling around as there's seating and viewing. People are walking all over the place. This is kind of feels like a social hour, kind of like the pre-show kind of vibe. There are servers milling through the crowd. There are some are actual people carrying a variety of trays of food and drinks, offering all kinds of substances to partake of, whatever your pleasure may be. There are people offering individual one-on-one private services in a variety of rooms, of a wide menu of options to purchase. There are hover drones and helicopter drones floating around carrying food and various items to purchase as well. You see serving stations and bars lining the walls. There are little spots of bright light within the darkness of the club. Some of these spots have dancers and performers doing all kinds of things. You can fill in those blanks as you wish, audience. Some of them are singers, some of them are dancers, a variety of other performers. There's also a juggler and someone doing close-up magic. I just want to put that out there. That's still alive and well in this day and age. That's very important. Important to me as a person. This is a massive crowd of people. All of them are dressed to the nines. The three of you walking in are feeling very self-conscious and out of place. Drall and B, as you process what you're seeing here, this is like a huge jump in what you're used to. Like seeing this many people, this fancy, this level of opulence and excess and just like pointlessness from living in solace and the waste. This is a shock to both of you. Massive amount of seating, massive amounts of people. This is like 3 layers up of viewing and seating, spotted throughout with food and drink and all manner of distractions and services and entertainment. You then see that the main venue actually descends into the ground. So everything you're looking at, the 3 stories up, all of this is like a balcony almost. It's not like it's on a center stage. Everything is sunk into the ground. If you go over and look down, you see that it descends far further than just the 3 stories that the building is. It's built down into the ground. Looking down, you see an arena that has been built. You see currently going on, there are maybe a dozen individuals in this arena beating the absolute shit out of each other. You see a variety of chrome, you see a variety of cybernetics, you see what might be some like weaponry, but it's all like melee weapons, right? And all of these individuals are just locked in combat with each other. You hear an announcer, you hear multiple announcers calling out the action, commenting on what's going on. The arena is built up right now to look kind of like a regular boxing ring almost. But scattered throughout the arena are beyond a variety of weapons. Things like derelict cars, tables, chairs, chunks of buildings. Like, it's just stuff everywhere. And some of the combatants are running behind it for cover or climbing up and jumping off of it. One of them like picks up something like a dumpster and chucks it at somebody else. That's the level of extreme that is going on right now. And a lot of the crowd is paying attention to it. You realize now, as you're kind of processing all of this sensory input, there are also multiple display screens, holographic displays, so that anybody can see all of this no matter where they are in the building. You realize that a lot of people have displays up on their personal glows or their personal network of devices to listen to the show, watch the show, zoom in on certain things. There's also a lot of people walking around betting and gambling on what's going on, and you kind of process each new piece of information one at a time. You see over there are like a big display of all the odds. Like, here's the odds if you want to bet on this, and this guy doing this to that guy, and someone getting their head chopped off, or someone losing a limb, or everybody getting killed, or nobody getting killed. Like, there's just odd after odd after odd, a zillion different things you can bet on. A lot of the workers walking around are just advertising, asking people like what bet they want to place next, or, you know, we're offering new odds on this kind of thing or that kind of thing. So that is just overwhelming the three of you as you're walking through this and trying to observe it. Sam and Mox, you go around to the side of the building. This is a much less ostentatious entry. This is a very side door of the warehouse kind of entry. There's one guy standing there. Big motherfucker, broad shoulders, lots of muscles, cyber eye, leaned back against the building. Looks kind of bored, but not someone to be messed with. What do you do as you walk up?
New champion has arrived.
Oh. Wait, what?
I was told this is a place I could learn to fight.
Learn? Honey, you're going to get killed if you don't know how to do what you're doing in here.
No. I was going to learn other people.
Okay. Got some balls on you. I appreciate that. You got a ticket?
Real contender.
I was born female. My balls are inside.
Still a contender.
You on the ticket? And he pulls up his glow looking for like a display.
No, Vince told me that we could learn to fight here.
Vince.
We did a delivery for him earlier. We're passing through. He said it was a good place to earn a couple of extra souls.
Oh.
Get a workout.
Oh, yeah, Vince. Yeah, he was sending over some of those units for the brawlers. Okay. Is he trying to set you up like wild card?
Yes. In a way, yes.
Okay. Well, let me see what's on the ticket tonight.
Wild card, you're missing an opportunity if you don't put her in the main event.
Gives you kind of a look. That's not something you can just walk into, old man. Have you never been to this kind of thing before? Like, do you not understand?
You know, maybe not one quite like this, but you know, just not here. But you run your establishment how you will. I'll keep to myself.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Okay, well, I mean, what's your poison? One-on-one combat? You drone pilot? You ROV pilot? What do you do?
I typically do ROVs. But if you need me to do hand-to-hand, he looks up and down. Wouldn't be too bad. What you got available?
Well, there's a couple different spots we have open tonight that I could squeeze you in. There's a wild card spot in the ROV Brawl later on tonight, and there's a wild card spot in like the one-on-one gladiator match. Someone backed out for that one. your call.
Santa Mirta, at your service. We will be doing the Rav battle.
Okay. He clicks a couple things on his glow and like sends you a release form and a disclaimer and a sign-up sheet, basically saying, you know, you're walking in of your own free accord and you're not going to hold the establishment liable for getting killed, blah, 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 that kind of thing.
Tell me now, what is allowed in this fight? What weapons, or is it just hand to hand? Like,
this is just a melee.
Perfect. I'll leave the weapons in the car.
Okay. Gets the information back from you. All right. This is the door. Get your shit and walk on in. You're on the list.
Okay. So is there like a green room or anything like that we can go to, or just?
Yeah, so once you have clicked off on all the forms and submitted them, you're allowed into the building, and your glow is giving you some information. Gives you directions to a fighter green room where all of the combatants for the night have access to food and drink. There are some different rooms where the different groups of fighters are assigned like kind of waiting rooms almost. Since you are in the Rav combat, there is a separate area with like little bays for each of the Ravs to be reviewed and kind of scanned, I guess, by the people running the establishment. They give them each a rundown and a check over to make sure there's nothing grossly illegal or dangerous. And then all the pilots are milling about.
So Sam will find a corner and look at Mox and just go, make sure nobody touches me, please. And she will, remote into the Rav and start to just. There's a combat shotgun on one of the arms, so she'll just unload that in there because it can't really just take it off. But she'll leave the rest of the weapons sitting next to the broken Rav that Mox has taken offline, essentially, and sort of roll up the car, the back of the truck, put it back down, lock it back up, and just like gingerly walk through the back door with her Rav. And kind of give one of these things to the doorman as she walks the Rav through, and into one of the bays. Just kind of following what everybody else is doing at this point. So imagine like a big long hallway, and there's these little bays every so often, like horse paddocks.
Like horse paddocks, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. And there are maybe 2-3 dozen Ravs right now, and there's bays for many more than that, but that's how many there are in there right now. And there are pilots walking around. Some of them are like jacked in currently, so you see each bay has a little seating area, like a not a comfortable recliner, like an old beaten up reclining kind of table, more like a tattoo table almost, not like a chair or anything. But like you can sit up on it and stretch your feet out like a lounger. And this is like, old beat up fake leather plastic kind of stuff that's been taped and worn down over the years. And you see there's a variety of pilots like sitting there, jacked in. Some of them are clamoring all over their Ravs, fixing things, updating things. Some of them are like talking to their coach who's with them, talking over strategies. You see a couple of them like joking with each other, a couple of them threatening each other. There's a couple employees identified by like big kind of like suit jackets, like they're wearing suit jackets in that, like the Kingslayer colors that you saw on the sign outside. And they've got some hover drones flying alongside behind them, like at their shoulders, like some little copter drones. And they're walking up to each Rav and scanning it and checking it in and talking to the other pilots. And this is just like, the pre-show stuff. So you're able to park your Rav, do whatever you need to do, chit chat with people.
Sam does not chit chat. She's just gonna look at Mox and be like, "So how much money you think we're gonna make tonight?"
I mean, are we trying to have you win, or are we trying to bet against you and have you lose?
Oh no, baby, I do not lose. Not when I have a chance.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't bet from down here, but hopefully upstairs they'll make it rain a little bit.
Eh. Who do you think is gonna bet the most? Dog, Bee, Drall?
Well, I mean, Dog, if he's confident in you. Drall, I don't see as a big spender, but Bee, who knows? I could see her throwing down a few souls. Do you want me to send him a message? Tell him to bet a lot? How confident are you?
It's all. I've never done it here in Pheonix and stuff like that, but I used to do it back in Angel City, and that was the big time fight. So we'll see.
And what was your record?
20-2.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna send like a message to Dog,
Like, babe, we could have a great vacation. Don't lose everything.
Dog will send a text back and said, "I'm already on it."
So as that message zips up to the rest of our party, what have the three of you been doing up here so far?
This is a lot. Whoa.
So, Dog's gonna probably notice that they're a little overwhelmed, and just kind of call a huddle real quick, and tell them, "I know this is a lot. I've been here before, not here, but other places like this before. This culture, you get me. Just contain yourselves, remain calm, and follow me. Just stay with me, and we'll be all right. You can go have some fun. Don't get too crazy. But first off, we're gonna go make sure that we place a bet on Sam, because I think we all know Sam's probably gonna win."
You see what she... Yeah.
Yeah.
Drinks.
Drinks. Yeah.
Immediately. Yeah, please. I would like to really enjoy the environment, and that is not going to happen unless I'm out of the game.
Now, drinks. Yes. Remember with your drinks though. I need you to keep in mind, if we win, keep cool. Don't act like you won anything. You just stone-faced walk off, go collect your money, and go. Okay? Okay.
What if we act pissed instead?
Yeah, okay. That'll work. That'll work. Just the last thing you want to do is, you know how there's like the lottery, and somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I won, do," and people come up to them and try to steal their ticket and stuff. It's kind of the same thing.
Scum. Okay.
Yeah.
So as that conversation is wrapping up and plans are being made, the fight that you saw as you walked in is wrapping up, and the big announcer comes over the loudspeaker, and that wraps up our battle royale, with the winner clocking in at 3 delimbings and 2 decapitations as a personal record. Before we move on to the rest of our fights tonight, we want to take a moment to thank our sponsors for this evening. Give it up for the hosts and sponsors of our main event tonight. And the spotlights kind of spin around the room, illuminating the crowd. playing over them, and then all focus in and center in on like a private observation booth, like private seating, a private room up in one of the top corners. And the room illuminates from within, and you see two people standing there kind of leaning against the rails. One of them is standing tall and proud and waving at the crowd. The other one is kind of slouched on the rail, arms crossed, leaning on it with their hip. Our sponsors for tonight, the people that made it all happen, you know them, you love them. Give it up for Frederick Lebon and the Jackal, and the crowd just fucking erupts. It is wild and crazy. Drall, you who have gotten the information from Vince and Paperboy about the fixers that you're looking for tonight, look up at those two people, look down at your glow. That's who you need to talk to.
Immediately grips B.
Huh.
And that is where we will end this episode. Thank you all for listening and watching. That is the end of episode 9. Thank you for being here in the chat. Thank you, future audiences on the YouTubes and the podcasts. It is time for So Longs. Let's hear from our lovely cast about who they are, where they can be found, and what they are doing. Starting with Mallo.
You could find me everywhere at the Mallo Man, and you can follow everything else that we do at IDENTECO or at Humanoid Games. We have a lot in the pipeline between our new sponsorships and things like that coming up, and there's a few new adventures and things like that that are coming around the bend here very soon too. So keep a lookout on all of that for all of your IDENTECO goodness, and we will see you again in the next one.
Wild.
You can find me following around the Mallo Man. I mean, if you come to a convention, I'll probably be there. If you're looking to see me at the table while we're running in Portland, I'll probably be there. Yeah, I'm just doing things in the ether, trying to keep my sanity. Make sure you're drinking water. Snack as healthy as you can. I know it's really hard in this economy. And read books, fight for books, fight for everybody. Like, we're just fighting now. We're fighting now. I'm fighting, you're fighting, we're all fighting together. Just be very safe. I love you guys.
Pete?
Howdy. Well, listen, if you liked all this, you can find more stuff at all other places on the internet. I'm diversifying. I've got my handle at the Caleb G. That's me. At the Mallo Man. That's also me. Different content. There's Thousands Faces cosplay. I am a cosplayer if you don't know. I'm able to duplicate myself in those photos. And you'll see me twice. There's Go Buff Yourself. Yeah. And I'm really good at talking to you about D&D. And then there's also, I'm 95% Lauren, and I have a nice butt, not to brag, but you can see it. So I'm everywhere. And then, of course, there's at the Wildling 011. Also, I'm a beautiful human. So I'm everywhere, y'all.
Pete, you are so talented. I'm in awe of all that you're able to do.
Social media drowns me, but I'm multi-talented, and I love talking to the masses. So,
Charity work.
Lauren.
I'm Lauren. I'm around. I'm in places. Currently playing video games. And that's it. Ethan's the better talking one. I just get a little emotional about stuff.
That's fair.
And I'm worried about the whole society. But I'm glad we're here together. Did I say I was Lauren? Yeah.
You did.
Okay. 95%, actually. I wish I were the Mallo Man, but we can't all be greatness.
Same.
and Ethan.
You can also find our, if you like actual plays and narrative plays and you want another one to listen to when you are waiting for your next Identico episode, please consider checking out Go Buff Yourself. Lauren and I are on there frequently, as is Mallo, and ideally we'll get these other three on there one day. And Mallo and I are going to be chatting a little bit about having some Identico over there too. So, yeah. And if you want some TTRPG advice, D&D content, all of that, The Buff DM is where you can find that. You can also find our cosplay stuff at Thousand Faces Cosplay. I know, I've been copying Pete this whole time. That's my secret. So, yeah, and go watch Inglourious Bastards. It's good.
True love.
We'll follow you forever.
What about the copying? Not about Inglourious Bastards. Do not watch that movie expecting true love. Thank you.
Such a romance film.
I was like, oh my god, really?
Yeah, we can watch it tonight, Lauren.
No.
And I am on your socials at the Caleb G, which Pete set up and runs. I don't really do anything with it. You can find me right here for all things Identico, here and there with Farm to Fable, a couple episodes this season actually, and taking up a lot of space in the archives of the RPG Academy. Speaking of which, barring the collapse of society, Acadecon 2025 will be happening November 7th to 9th, Dayton, Ohio. More details as that is continued to be worked on. That is it for today. We will see you in the cyber future for another cyber game. Good night. We love you. Take your meds. Eat a snack, drink some water, touch some grass. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Be active as you can, but stay safe above all. Take care of each other because that is what's important right now. And always remember that no one is free while others are oppressed. We will see you next time. Good night.
Mwah.
Neon Trails is Lauren playing Drall, Pete playing Dog, Ethan playing Mox, Wild playing Bee, me, Mallo, playing Samantha, and the Caleb G is our game runner. You can learn more about the game we play on this podcast by going to www.playidentico.com. And you can join us live for new episodes every other Tuesday starting at 6 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/Identico. And finally, you can watch along with past episodes and see how to play videos on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Identico. And don't forget to follow us on the socials at Identico on Twitter and at Humanoid Games on Instagram and Threads. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.